find anything?
Not yet, sir.
You ain't find anything for almost 1 year. This is the last time. Your
Sir.
last chance.
Loved the animation style. Extremely clean and sleek, great pacing, and I loved the intensity of his journey with a really great auditory momentum underneath, really driving the score with those strings. So brilliant choice in that. Felt very outer-worldly, atmospheric, but also epic in nature. The moment where he jumps for the ship, almost reaches it and misses, was such a great example of tension and release. And I did have relief near the end of it. But I thought this was brilliant. Really good full arc in storytelling as well.
This is a fun piece, but it has so much heart at its center, and it allows its themes really to speak for themselves. There isn't much dialogue, but the dialogue that is there is able to get all those necessary thematic points across without being overt. I mean, the last line, "No, there's nothing here." We know that Dalton is making this this compassionate choice to leave these living entities, alone because they have saved his life. I loved the animation. It felt distinct and very its own, and brought us appropriately into this world.
I liked the animation because I thought it almost looked like the astronaut was sort of claymation, but not. A lot of it looked digital with the different effects. So I wasn't quite sure the type of animation, but I thought it was really cool, and I liked the colors and the music. Great actors with the voiceovers. Really great breath sounds in the helmet too. It really felt like I was there. And I was like, oh my gosh, they're leaving this person behind and they're not going to get home. They're going to be stuck here on this planet. And then this plant life with the light lifted him up and gave him the opportunity to get home, which was so sweet. And when he said there's nothing on the planet, just gave me hope for, humanity and just, life. It just gave me hope.
The voiceover actors, both actors, did such a nice job. Had a lot of warmth to the tone, and the story itself was just so very cool. I really, really loved it. And yeah, this was something that I would want to go back and watch again. And they told such a wonderful, beautiful story in such a short amount of time.
I loved the animation. I thought it was really fun. I also loved the message behind it, and clearly this, alien life form being had chosen to kind of hide by, falling over or whatever, falling asleep or shutting down or however that works, but made the choice to save Dalton, and then Dalton turned around and kind of made that same choice back of, saving this being's peace and serenity, and not having them be poked and prodded or not having their home be invaded. And I think that it's really lovely because it just kind of shows basic humanity. Dalton clearly obviously didn't know anything about this other than a cursory breakdown of what it was made of, but still made what I think is the best choice, which is, honoring the fact that this thing saved his life, and kind of, like I said, turning around and making the same choice in a different way, a different aspect.
This was incredibly uplifting. I like the sound effects and animation. The animation is very high quality. I loved how they imagined this creature that is so fantastic and surprisingly more empathetic than the astronaut's manager or commander or colonel, I think. It is a beautiful story of how humans finally found some empathy for other species and other environments, not claiming everything as ours, not destroying everything. It was very cute.
Dalton's choice ultimately is to whether or not to reveal that there is life beyond Earth. He has been working for a year, adventuring on planets to see if there is other life out there. And when he comes into the disarray of being able to lose access to his ship, to his oxygen, to essentially on the brink of his own livelihood here. And rather than being on the brink of death, this life force actually aids him and sends him back to his ship, giving him access to oxygen, therefore saving his life. And so Dalton ultimately makes a choice to accept his failure, and accept failure of this mission and this duty that he has signed up for, as a way of giving thanks to the life force that ultimately chose to help him and aid him and ultimately save him.